Hello, it's Matt and welcome to Collaboration Coach. This time we're going to have a first look at the new Tasks in Teams app. This app allows you to manage all your tasks that are currently in To-Do and Planner in one place, the Microsoft Teams app. We've been waiting a long time for this, so let's take a look. Before we get started, if you like this video, then please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you get notified when we post new videos. So the new Tasks app for Teams is gradually being rolled out over the next couple of months, and it turned up in my tenant this week. It's not in all of my tenants, so don't worry if it's not in yours yet, it will be along soon. So what exactly has changed? All that's happened so far is that the Planner app has been updated. It will now include all of your tasks in one place. Wherever you use the Planner app in Teams, it will be automatically updated. At this stage, it's still called Planner, but you'll see this banner across the top of the app letting you know that it will soon be renamed Tasks. So it's in a transition phase at the moment. It's a little confusing, and Microsoft say that they're doing it so people can still find the app in the Teams App Store. So where will you see the change? The new version of the app can be added to a channel tab or as an app on the left-hand rail. If you're already using it, there's no need to manually update the app. It does it automatically when Tasks in Teams is switched on for your tenant. So it's not dependent on the Teams app version you have. It's tied to the tenant. You can't control when the app is updated. Your Office 365 tenant will have it when it's turned on by Microsoft as part of the rollout. So unfortunately, you'll have to wait until they do that. So the first thing I want to show you is how to add the Planner app to Teams. Just come to the ellipsis here on the left-hand rail, click that, and then choose Planner from this list. Or come up to the search bar if you don't see that Planner icon and just type in Planner. And you'll see it will still have the green icon with the P in it, and you choose that and it will take you to the new Planner app. Now you'll see this banner over the top here that says all your tasks are now in one place, and it also mentions that it will be changing the name of this app to Tasks, which is a little bit confusing for now. As I've said, for now it's called Planner, but it will be called Tasks in the future. When you look at this new app, you'll notice that it supports dark mode just like the other Planner app does, which is great. And then on the left hand side you're going to see your list of tasks and then your list of plans. So I'm actually looking at my own Collaboration Coach tenant at the moment. Down here on the left hand side you've got your lists straight from To Do. So you'll see the standard ones like Tasks, Important and Planned. Then you'll see the Assigned to Me. So Assigned to Me are tasks that have been assigned to you in Planner. So if I click on this one, you'll see the list changed, and you can see I've got tasks from different sources like General Business, which is one of my plans, and YouTube, which is another plan. So you'll see all your Planner tasks consolidated in one view here. You'll see it's all in list view as well. You can view your tasks just like you can in To Do. And then all your other custom lists follow as well here. So if I choose Important here as an example, you can see on the right side my tasks are listed, and I can click into them and it brings up the familiar card view of the task where I can change properties like bucket, progress, priority and so on. And you can also see that I've got columns for many of the properties as well, so priority, due date and so on. And for every task I can select it, and then I can change the properties here, so I can choose different progress, different priority. For any of these tasks I can select them, and then I can change their properties here too on the top navigation here. So I've got progress, priority, due date, and I can just change the properties of that individual task. Then I've also got a due date, so I can select a new due date, and I can delete the task from here as well. If I deselect that, you can see I've also got some filters here, so I can say all active, so I can just see the completed ones by changing that. And I can also filter the tasks, and this is the filter you'll probably be familiar with from Planner, but I can just choose here the due date and the priority as well. That's looking good so far, but there's one thing missing that I use quite a lot, and that's the ability to flag emails in Outlook and have them show up in my to-do lists. If I switch to To-Do, I'll show you what I mean. In my to-do lists, I have one called flagged email, which is something that I use a lot. When an email comes in, I flag it and it shows up in my to-do, and it means that I know I've got to do something to support that email. In Teams, there is no flagged email list here, you can see. There's no way that you can integrate your flagged emails with the tasks in Teams at the moment. For me anyway, I won't be able to ditch To Do completely. I'll still be using To Do so I can have those flagged emails. Just below the My Task section here, which is obviously just my task, I've got the shared plans. These are the plans that have been created and shared within my team or group. So for example, I've got one here called business. If I select it, I can see all the plans that are linked to that particular team or group. So if I click on business general, it's going to show me that business general plan. And now I can see all the tasks in that plan in a list view, which is good. That's something we couldn't do before. And in exactly the same way, I can select them and I can choose some of the properties like progress, priority, due date. But now I can also choose an assignee. So I can change or add people who are assigned to that task, and I can change the bucket. And I can do other things like move and delete the task from the ellipsis there. So that's looking good. Over here on the right hand side, you'll see we can also do a filter on all active, and we've got a more comprehensive filter here that you'd expect from Planner, which includes other things like label, bucket, assignment, and so on. Then a big change over here on the right hand side is obviously the list view. So that's something we couldn't do in Planner before. And that goes alongside the traditional board view where we can see the cards just like we would before. And we've got the chart view. And we've still got the schedule view there. We can also create new lists or plans from this button in the bottom left corner here. So when I touch that, it asks me to name my new list or plan. So if I give it a name, I want to save this in my task because I don't want this to be a shared list. I just hit create, and you can see it's added the new list to the my task section as a list, and then I can start adding tasks. The other option we have is to add a plan to a tab in our channels. So if I come up to my Teams app here on the left rail and go to this business general channel and just choose the plus button, you'll see I can add the Planner app, or if it's not there, just type it in here, search for it, hit the Planner app. When I do that, it prompts me to either create a new plan or add an existing plan. So I'm just going to choose a new plan and call it tasks and hit save. Now it's added the new plan, and you can see it's defaulted to the board view, but I also have the list view in the new style as well. It doesn't include your tasks on this view, obviously, because it's for a team, it's shared, but it does give you the list view, which is probably the biggest change here. So there you go, that's your first look at the tasks in Teams app. I hope this was useful, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.